my wife gonna watch this?
Okay. So question number 1. I often think a lot about what is accomplished, being credited to intangibles that aren't on a degree or a title. What soft skills or patterns do you see in your accomplishments so far that you see in others who have comparable or larger success? Sure. So it's about essentially skills that are not necessarily the hard skills. We know you have credentials. We know you have things about you that are on your resume otherwise, but what are those soft skills
that you have that you see in other people?
That you also see in other people who have had larger success or more significant success.
Okay.
Thoughts on that?
So I would say emotional intelligence. Right? You know, being black, you know, you have to know how to scan the room because, you know, growing up, you know, you had to do that for survival. You know, like I often talk about growing up when I'm in the Chinese store and everyone, you know, in that area in Coney Island and projects, were the gangbangers and the drug dealers, and you know, it was just a really rough environment. But I had to pass through them so I can order food. But in passing through them, I had to say, "Yo, what's good, man? How you doing?" Or knowing, okay, you know what, I can't shake his hand, but I gotta just give him the dab, you know, or like just give him the nod, right? You know, so understanding all of that. So I would say that, you know, putting that up with, you know, like life experience and like the professional world, you're a machine. So I think that every person of color, you know, knows how to navigate those spaces who, you know, have aspired to be because they had to navigate that, especially growing up in their childhood, you know?
So I don't think emotional intelligence is a given. I don't think just as a 31-year-old woman in my everyday life, my relationships, my friendships, there are people who do not have emotional intelligence. I mean, it doesn't exist.
Sure.
And even in the example that you gave, I don't even know if I would assign that to being emotional intelligence rather than being able to be assimilation and being able to code switch. So, but I do think that all 3 of those are necessary. But to the point of the question, as far as soft skill, I don't think emotional intelligence is a soft skill. I think, I honestly think that like a soft skill to me is being able to even do proper greetings, of like being able to go into a room and shake hands, give eye contact, like soft skills that you don't necessarily learn like inherent, right? Just being able to interact and engage and being able to just have natural conversation, right?
I agree.
Yeah, because I think that emotional intelligence is a level of what are you've dealt with your traumas, you know what your traumas are, you know what you
identify them and articulate
yes, and knowing when they are and knowing when they're showing up and being able to articulate them in different ways. I mean, I think we could have a whole broader conversation about emotional intelligence, just because like I'm an advocate of therapy. Right. I'm an advocate of therapy. I think everyone should do it. I think you know, sometimes some people can get what they want from it and keep it stepping, and some people can just keep it as an ongoing process. But I do think for the question, as far as like soft skills and things that I think are very, very necessary, is for my point of view, just even in my experiences or in my career specifically, is being able to know when I am going to react or react in a way. I'm just very conscious of being an angry black woman, right? Absolutely. In my environment, and you all are black men, my women right here. I actually said this in a conversation I had recently. Someone asked me, what are your pros and cons of your personality professionally? And I said, I am heightenedly aware of being an angry black woman. Every day I walk into the office, I make a conscious decision to not be angry. And it is James Baldwin. A woke black person is literally the most angry individual in the entire world. So I don't know if that's a soft skill either, but I think in an environment where I'm definitely in a minority, I'm a senior in leadership in my agency that I work in, I am aware as a black woman of, you know, just how I have to be a bit more docile. How I have to be a bit more softer. I need to be a bit more accommodating. I need to put smiley faces after my messages. I need to not use exclamation marks. I need to not talk with my hands when I'm talking to my CFO.
Or read your emails several times and see how they can be interpreted.
I need to be able to interpret tone in an email and not want to turn up. I need to know that it's probably going to take me 6 times to write a response before I can send it. I don't know if that's a soft skill.
It is a soft skill.
Intuition. intuition.
Yeah.
Intuition.
That
It's a
other
social
people can
intelligence.
because you're in because
Yeah.
other people have not had to be mindful of what other people are thinking and see that very
So maybe we call it
reaction.
mindfulness.
Mindfulness. It is.
Mindfulness.
It
And
is
it's also a
mindfulness.
form of intuition. It is
Yeah.
a form of intuition.
Yeah.
In terms of soft skills, we've discussed this. I would say the ability to make someone feel seen and affirmed in your presence.
That is spot on.
That's like that sort of magnetism, and it's being able to influence people by making them like who they are and how they feel when they are with you. And I think when you can do that, from an Oprah to Barack Obama, actually Michelle is better at it than Barack, but you know, when you can do that, I think you can in some ways write your own ticket. I think it's a valuable soft skill, and I don't know if this is a soft skill, but instinct. Being able to carry
Teach it.
You cannot
instinct
teach it.
with
Hard skill.
with it's a hard
It's
soft
a
skill.
hard
to
soft
get,
skill because
but-
it's like
and
That's
but
trusting
yet
your
it
gut.
shouldn't.
Instinct is
But
trusting
it
your gut,
shouldn't.
right?
It's
Yeah.
trusting your
Trusting
gut,
your
and
gut.
it's trusting that like innate intelligence that's beyond you,
Right.
and
But
being
that's
able
one
to
of
pair
experiences,
that
right.
with and it does partially come from experiences, but being able to pair that and that ability to kind of sense the greater flow beyond you with your actual intelligence.
Right.
And I always say emotion leads you to passion, but instinct leads you to purpose. And I think for a lot of people, being able to feel where you are and use your instinct to guide you helps you get to where you're going rather than forcing it.
Because in reality, it's like people do business with who they like.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
not about who's the best; it's about who I like.
I think I heard the best
Isn't-
story about that.
Isn't that like building relationships? Like when you were talking about soft skills, I was thinking like, what is that soft skill? And it's literally, can you build relationships?
Yes.
Right. And building relationships mean, and I think to your point, make someone feel that they are the center of your life, right? When practically they're probably not.
Right.
Right.
But because you took time to send a note to say thank you, or
Yep,
because
a handwritten
you
note,
like,
a handwritten
note. I'm
note.
still big believer
Yeah.
in handwritten
Yeah.
notes. Or you did something to continue checking on them. They feel that you care. And I think back to my career, and I always tell folks the only job I ever applied to